The opening scene kicks off with Wade Wilson, the wisecracking superhero Deadpool, stuck in the backseat of a cab, bored out of his mind. He manages to squeeze himself through the tiny window separating the front and back seats to strike up a conversation with the cabbie Dopinder. Deadpool notices a picture of a girl in Dopinder's car and asks about her. Dopinder sadly explains that she used to be his girlfriend, but he lost her to his own cousin. Deadpool advises Dopinder to hold on to the love he feels for the girl in the picture, tightly and with all his might. However, when it comes time to pay the cab fare, Deadpool conveniently skips out on the bill, leaving Dopinder empty-handed. Perched on top of a bridge, Deadpool patiently waits for his targets, but not before breaking the fourth wall to crack a joke about fondling Wolverine's balls to secure his own movie. Spotting a fleet of vans approaching, Deadpool springs into action, diving into one of the men and unleashing his trademark brand of mayhem on the thugs. The ensuing chaos causes a massive pileup on the bridge, resulting in the demise of several other villains. Among Deadpool's primary targets is Ajax, the man responsible for both granting him incredible powers and leaving him with a horribly disfigured appearance. As the vans careen towards the end of the bridge, one unlucky thug loses his head to a motorcycle chain, while another meets a gruesome fate as he collides with a highway sign. Meanwhile, at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters, Colossus catches wind of the unfolding bedlam on the news and recruits Negasonic Teenage Warhead to assist him in apprehending Deadpool amidst the confrontation with the villains following the highway carnage. Deadpool finds himself in a bit of a pickle as he realizes he forgot his trusty bag of weapons and is left with a measly 12 rounds in his gun. With each thug he dispatches, Deadpool humorously keeps a tally of his remaining ammunition, though he does miss a few shots by accident. Nevertheless, he manages to pull off an impressive feat, taking down 2 men with a single bullet, while another unfortunate soul merely gets a non-lethal forehead graze. The last thug dares to challenge Deadpool with dual knives, but our quick-witted hero swiftly impales him. Deadpool cheekily points out that this isn't your average run-of-the-mill superhero flick and suggests that we rewind a bit to properly hear his tale. 1 year ago, let's take a trip down memory lane. Wade Wilson, a mercenary for hire residing in the bustling streets of New York City, accepts a peculiar job to put an end to a pizza delivery boy's persistent stalking of a girl. Using his intimidating presence, Wade successfully scares the boy away. Grateful for his intervention, the girl dubs him her hero, but Wade quickly dismisses the title, knowing it doesn't quite fit him. Seeking solace, Wade to the bar where his friend Weasel is employed. With a mischievous spirit, Wade orders a cocktail named a blowjob and cunningly instructs the bartender to deliver it to a burly thug, pretending it came from another man. This provocative drink sparks an intense brawl between the two parties. However, Wade's real motive for instigating the chaos is revealed. Weasel's bar hosts a dead pool, where individuals place bets on others' demise. Unfortunately for Wade, the person he wagered on is still very much alive. Amidst the aftermath of the raucous confrontation, Wade crosses paths with a prostitute named Vanessa. Bonding over their shared experiences of bizarre and troubled lives, their relationship quickly escalates from physical encounters to a genuine romance. Wade finds true happiness in Vanessa's presence until a devastating blow shatters their world. The diagnosis of advanced stage cancer in his liver, lungs, prostate, and brain leaves Wade more concerned about the impact on Vanessa than his own well-being. One day at the bar, Weasel informs Wade that a mysterious man in the corner is seeking his presence. This enigmatic figure introduces himself as the Recruiter, representing a facility that not only promises to cure Wade's cancer, but also endow him with extraordinary abilities. Though hesitant, Wade accepts the card handed to him by the Recruiter, unsure of what lies ahead. In the present, Deadpool spots Ajax approaching on a motorcycle. With impressive skill, Deadpool hurls his katana at the bike, causing it to flip over and sending Ajax flying. Deadpool swiftly impales Ajax with his other cat, but due to Ajax's mutant abilities, he survives the attack. To prove his true identity, Deadpool lifts his mask, revealing his scarred face. Ajax immediately recognizes him. Colossus and Negasonic arrive at the scene. Colossus is displeased with the chaos caused by Deadpool and attempts to persuade him to join the X-Men, an offer that Deadpool once again declines. While Colossus has his back turned, Ajax manages to escape. Filled with rage, Deadpool tries to strike Colossus, but instead ends up fracturing both wrists and an ankle. Colossus restrains Deadpool by handcuffing him, but Deadpool chooses to sever his own hand and leaps into a garbage truck, leaving his hand behind as a defiant gesture towards Colossus. In a hilarious flashback, Wade decides to get cured for Vanessa, leaving her all alone in the dead of night, never returning. He heads to the facility where he encounters Ajax for the first time, accompanied by his sidekick Angel Dust. After strapping Wade to a gurney, Ajax explains that extreme stress is necessary for Wade's mutant cells to activate and heal his body. Wade endures some seriously dreadful torture until Ajax reveals their plan to turn him into a super slave and auction him off. Wade can't help but mock Ajax when he discovers that his real name is Francis. Finally, Ajax secures Wade inside a barometric chamber, gradually depriving him of oxygen. Just as Wade is about to pass out, the oxygen is increased, causing his skin and face to become disfigured. Ajax opens the chamber and informs Wade that his cancer is gone, thanks to his activated mutation. His body is now fighting the cancer as fast as it can spread, granting him eternal life. Right before Ajax orders the chamber to be sealed again, Wade headbutts Angel and snatches a match from her mouth. Wade taunts Ajax, who confesses his sadistic pleasure in witnessing his client's torment before locking Wade back in the chamber for further torture. Wade, however, takes matters into his own hands, lighting the match and tossing it near the oxygen vent, resulting in a fiery explosion in the lab. Ajax rushes to investigate, and a fierce fight ensues between him and Wade. Although Wade's strength has increased, Ajax manages to gain the upper hand, impaling Wade with a bar and leaving him pinned to the floor. As the facility collapses around him, Ajax makes his escape, leaving Wade to his fate. Wade wakes up alive, but absolutely horrified by his complexion. He takes a stroll through the streets, keeping his head covered with a hood. However, the sight of his appearance creeps out the people he encounters. He's filled with concern about Vanessa's reaction if she sees him, so he avoids her completely. Wade pays a visit to Weasel, who is equally disgusted by his appearance and takes a few playful jabs at him. Weasel suggests that Wade create a suit and mask to disguise himself as he resumes his hunt for Ajax, in the hopes of fixing his face. Wade decides to adopt the moniker Captain Deadpool, which they shorten to just Deadpool, and embarks on his mission to find Ajax. Along the way, he battles through Ajax's henchmen, starting off with a crude uniform that he gradually improves. Deadpool eventually tracks down the recruiter, who divulges information about Ajax's whereabouts before meeting his demise at Deadpool's hands. Fast forward to the present day, Deadpool catches a ride on a garbage truck back to his and Al's place, and he begins to witness his hand slowly regenerating. In the meantime, Wade has chosen to stay with a kind-hearted blind woman named Al, who genuinely cares for him and offers sarcastic advice every now and then. Ajax and Angel stroll into Weasel's bar on a mission to track down Deadpool. Angel decides to give Weasel a friendly chokehold, but the rest of the bar patrons quickly turn their guns on both Ajax and Angel. In the midst of the chaos, they manage to snatch a photo of Wade and Vanessa together before making their exit. After being urged to face Vanessa himself, Wade musters up the courage to visit the strip club where she works. And behold, there's Stan Lee rocking the booth. However, Wade still finds himself too scared to approach her. Vanessa's co-worker informs her that an ex-boyfriend is lurking outside. She rushes out, assuming it's Wade, but to her surprise, it's Ajax. He and Angel whisk her away. Meanwhile, Wade goes outside to search for her, only to find her abandoned handbag, a clear sign that she's been taken. Filled with fury, Wade gathers all the firearms he owns, including Al's little Saturday night special, and heads to the X-Mansion to enlist the help of Colossus and Negasonic in rescuing Vanessa and putting an end to Ajax. He can't help but jest about the mansion's size, remarking that it seems the studio couldn't afford more than 2 X-Men. The mutant trio hops into a cab driven by Dopinder, but a jolt causes Deadpool to hear a muffled scream from the trunk. Dopinder confesses that he has kidnapped his cousin, the very person who stole the heart of the woman he's infatuated with. Deadpool feigns horror, but secretly applauds Dopinder's bold move. Together, they track down Ajax to a scrapyard where he has taken refuge on a decommissioned Avengers helicar. Deadpool fearlessly charges at the goons, while Colossus and Negasonic engage in a fierce battle with Angel. Despite Angel's strength, Negasonic fearlessly charges at her. Unleashing an impressive display of power, Deadpool effortlessly tears through the goons, using their lifeless bodies to spell out Francis's name in a mocking gesture. He swiftly makes his way to the helicarrier, where Ajax is holding Vanessa hostage. Placing her in the same chamber that once suffocated him, Deadpool engages Ajax in a fierce duel, wielding their blades. In a daring move, he hurls one of the blades through the chamber wall, granting Vanessa an opportunity to escape. Meanwhile, Angel attempts to strangle Colossus with a bar, but Negasonic intervenes, unleashing a powerful blast that throws Angel off balance and weakens a support column of the carrier. As the carrier begins to crumble, sending freight containers sliding off its deck, Colossus carries Negasonic and Angel to safety. Deadpool ensures Vanessa's safe landing by enclosing her in the barometric chamber just before the carrier crashes down. Ajax launches another attack on Deadpool, but this time, Deadpool manages to pin him down. Holding his gun to Ajax's head, Deadpool demands that he fix his disfigured face. However, Ajax cruelly admits that he had lied about having a cure. Frustrated and enraged, Deadpool decides to end Ajax's life. Just as Deadpool is about to pull the trigger, Colossus intervenes, delivering a lengthy speech about the importance of making heroic choices and sparing one's enemies. Growing impatient with the speech, Deadpool abruptly shoots Ajax in the head, causing Colossus to vomit. Acknowledging his fear of talking to Vanessa, Deadpool finally confronts her and apologizes for leaving her. Vanessa gently removes his mask, revealing his true face. Initially taken aback, she assures him that she will eventually become accustomed to his appearance. They share a tender kiss as the movie concludes. If you like video like this, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to always be updated with the next videos.